Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate, and I'm glad that you're here. It's been a little while since I have been on here and put out some new content, and I wanted to explain maybe a little bit why I lost my dad last month. And to be totally honest with you, I haven't really felt like doing a whole lot since then. And I've just been figuring out what to do next and just how to take care of what I needed. But I'm back and I'm really glad to be here, and I hope that this is an enjoyable practice for you. This one's called one foot in front of the other because some days that's all you can do. So a blanket and a couple of blocks if that's how you feel comfortable practicing. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, feels good to say that, and let's do some yoga. Okay, so we are going to get started in a comfortable seat, a block or a blanket underneath you if that feels better. Just to take a moment to kind of set a bookmark in our day, right? We are putting aside all of the things that got us here, all the things that we needed to do before we got here, all of the things that are outside the perimeter of our mats that need to get done. We're going to put all of that aside and just be here. So pause for a moment and close your eyes. And get yourself comfortable, right? Feel your head balance over your shoulders. Feel your shoulders balance over your hips. Feel the parts of your body that rest on the floor. Feel your hands where they settle into your lap or onto your legs. And feel the crown of your head stretch up gently. To the sides of your body, the sides of your neck lengthen as you take your seat, right? We're not just sitting here, but being here. So as you breathe, feel yourself take up a little bit more space. Feel your breath take a little more room in your body. And you have decided to roll out your mat today and to do this practice. So be here with your breath, with whatever comes up as we move through. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, drop your chin to your chest and shake your head gently side to side. And feel that right ear roll up over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, roll back down, chin to chest. And inhale, roll up to the left side. Oh, and give yourself a nice big breath. And then roll back down. Oh, chin to chest. And from here, you're going to inhale, lift your head, make your way into a table. You can use the blanket to pad your knees if you're feeling a little tender, or you can just kick it to the curb. Roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Oh. And you can use this time here to start to check in. Where's the energy flowing? Where's your breath going? Where do you need a little bit more? Where do you need a little bit less? One more. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. That's it. And back to your table. All right, take your right foot, just step it back. Tuck your toes, rock it in and out. Stretch through your foot, your ankle. Yep. And then float it up here. Take a breath in. Right? Feel that inner right thigh roll toward the ceiling. From here, we're gonna do a little half chaturanga. You ready? So bend those elbows, chest and chin forward. Lower down as low as you wanna go. Doesn't have to be super low. And then press yourself back up. Ooh. And then knee to nose, pull it in. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, little push up. Press it up on your inhale. Knee to nose as you exhale. One more, kick it back. We're warming up. Fast. And bring it down. And press it back up. And knee to nose. Oh. And then stretch it back out behind you. Swipe your foot over to the left. Tuck your toes, push through your heel. Look over your shoulder and breathe. That's it. And then back through center with that right leg and tuck it back underneath. Take your knees nice and wide, big toes to touch. Walk your hips back to your heels, but pop onto your fingertips. Feel your upper arms lift gently away from the floor and just let yourself kind of sway side to side through your shoulders. That's it. And then come back up into table. And take that left foot, step it back behind you, tuck your toes, and just rock in and out. Yeah, you can get the pops and the cracks out. You got it. Float that left foot up. Roll that inner left thigh toward the ceiling. Pull your low belly in. Inhale. Here we go. We're going to lower it down. Press it back up. Knee to nose. Kick it back. And lower it down. Press it back up. Knee to nose. One more. Reach it back. Little baby push up. It can be small. Press back up and knee to nose. Kick it straight back behind you. Sweep it over to that right side. Tuck your toes. Push through your heel. Give a little gaze over your right shoulder. Nice deep breath into that left side. Beautiful. And then back through center. Tuck your left knee underneath you. Child's pose, knees wide, knees together, whatever, but pop up onto your fingertips. Upper arms wrap in toward your ears. Sink your hips down and give yourself a little sway. And then walk it over to the right and pause here. Feel that left side, pull back. Bring it back through center and over to the other side. Let that right hand root down, right side pulls back. Beautiful, and back through center. Come on forward, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, right? Press into the four corners of your palms, fingernail pads root. Tuck those toes, slide your hips up and back and just kind of move it out. Hips sway gently side to side. Pedal out your feet. You got it. All right, so we're gonna take your right leg, lift it up and stretch it back. Inhale. And then just draw your knee in toward your nose. And you're gonna take your right foot, step it a little bit forward and across in front of your left foot. Yep. And then you're gonna lift your left foot up and we're gonna cross a little bit in front of the right. And we're gonna lift the right and cross and step and keep going. We're gonna get to the top of the mat and eventually you're gonna land in a place where the right ankle is crossed over the left. Soften your knees here if you need to. Nice and easy, walk your hands over to the right and really bend that right knee. Feel your left outer hip pull gently back. Back through center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Kick your left leg back. Inhale. This is where the blocks come in if you want them. When you exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, inhale, come on up. Soften your shoulders. Find that reach through your side body all the way into your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Slide your hips back. Work to straighten that front leg, Ardha Hanuman. Beautiful. Rock it forward. Plant your left hand. Sweep your left foot behind you. Right foot steps to the back edge of the mat. Take a nice long stretch through that right side. Shift, shoulder over your wrist. Float your right foot up. And we're gonna step this bad boy right back up to the top of the mat. Boom, windmill your right hand down, sweep that left foot back behind you, tuck your toes and spin it around, Prasarita Padottanasana. I couldn't have said that worse. So you're welcome. And from here in this wide leg fold, facing the long edge of your mat, if you're completely lost, I don't blame you. Press into the four corners of your feet. Feel your inner thighs roll behind you. And then inhale, halfway lift. And when you exhale, you're gonna bend that left knee and just sink yourself over into a skandasana. And it's super early, so if you wanna stay light in your knee dip there, you can. That's it, and then we're gonna keep those hands on the mat, walk yourself forward. Plant your left hand, sweep your right arm up, find a twist. Windmill this top hand down to the inside of your foot and scoot it over. We get a little lizard lunge here. Can lower your back knee. Soften through your shoulders. Yeah. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. Exhale, lower your knees. Chest and chin, chaturanga if that's your preference. Slide it forward. Cobra, upward facing dog. And curl it all the way back down. Press into the floor. Stretch it up and back. Down dog. Take that left leg, lift it up. Reach it back, inhale. Knee to nose, pull it in. Now you're gonna sneak it across in front of that right foot. Lift the right foot, sneak it across in front of the left, and just keep it going. We're gonna walk super goofy style to the top of the mat. And eventually you're gonna make it to the top with the left ankle crossed over the top of the right. And fold here. And soften your knees. If you want blocks underneath your hands, if your hamstrings are like howling, grab your blocks. Walk your hands over to the left now. Soften that left knee. Feel your outer right hip draw back. Yeah, baby. Come back through center. Shift your weight into this left foot. Kick your right leg straight back behind you. Inhale. When you exhale, step your foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, reach it up. Yeah, deep breath here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Slide your hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Feel your sitting bones like sneak back behind you. This is how you sneak. I don't know what that hand gesture was, even a little bit. It was the sneaky one. Oh, and then rock yourself forward. Plant your right hand, sweep your right foot out behind you, and then step that left foot to the back of your mat. Take your top arm, reach it alongside your ear. Let this left side rib cage like fan open. Yeah, and then shift so you can sweep that left foot up toward the sky. Find your balance here. And then we're gonna sneak this puppy up. That's the gesture. Come on forward. Sweep your right foot behind you, lift your back knee, and we're gonna walk to the middle of the mat. That was a slightly better set of instructions, nominally. Work the pinky toe, edges of your feet, and just fold here. Oh. Pop onto your fingertips, halfway lift. And then we're gonna walk over to this right foot, skandasana. You can stay up here if you want or bring it down to the floor. Oh. Here we go. Shift back. You can keep those hands right on the mat. Right hand stays planted. Sweep your left arm up. Give yourself a twist. And then windmill this left hand down. We're coming into our lizard. Drop your back knee, sink your hips. And breathe. You can lower it down into your forearms if you want. Any variation here that feels good is the one that you should be doing. And then step it back. Downward facing dog. Keep clawing that floor. Work your hands. Take your gaze forward. Walk or hop, Uttanasana. Come on up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, reach it up. Exhale, dive it all the way back down. Uttanasana, let it go. Halfway lift. And work your way back. Downward facing dog. Yeah. All right, take that right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Knee to nose. And then sneak it across. Boom. Step the left foot up and across. Boom. Keep it going, top of the mat. Is there a theme building here? I don't know, but it's one foot in front of the other over and over again. And when you get to the top of your mat, you want that right ankle crossing over the left. Oh, lengthen your spine here as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Shift your weight to that right foot. Kick your left leg back. Standing split. Now pause here for a moment. Work that back leg. And now soften your right knee. Step it back. Crescent lunge this time. Inhale. Bring it up. Boom. Scissor through your inner thighs. Oh, yeah, we're here. And we're super happy about it. Yes, we are. Open it up, warrior two. And feel your legs draw in toward each other, even as you press down into your feet. You can pull it in and also extend it out, right? Yeah. I'm gonna straighten this front leg, reach out, and over. Trikonasana. And you can grab a block here if you want it, right? That feels more doable. Let this hip crease here drop back gently as your right side body lengthens. And we're gonna windmill it down. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. Pause right here. Take your left hand and they're gonna sneak it out to the side just a little bit. So you've got a wider base here. Fingertips point out, all right? And then you're gonna take this back foot, step it to the outside, all the way to the right. So we're in this almost like a long curtsy. Press into this left hand, press into your left foot, step your right foot behind you. Oh, yes, little fallen triangle, sneaky. And then you're gonna take this foot, step it back in front. Oh, boom, half moon. Plant your right fingertips, kick your left leg up and reach it back. Oh. Beautiful. You can take that top arm, reach it up. You can shift your gaze if you're feeling saucy. Ooh, it's a wobbly. Yes. Warrior two. Step it back. When you get there, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Warrior two to Skandasana, back edge of the mat. Or here, you can keep it up. You can lower it down. Walk it to the top of the mat, plant that left hand, sweep your right arm up, inhale. We move into lizard on the exhale. Maybe this time you keep the back knee lifted. Step it back, down dog. Inhale, bring it forward, find your plank. And vinyasa how you want to, knees, chest, chin. Maybe it's a chaturanga moment. Maybe it's a cobra or an upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oh, here it is, second side. Take that left leg, sweep it up, reach it back. Knee to nose. And then sweep. Left foot across in front of the right. You know the drill. Right foot crosses. Let's do it. Top of the mat. Do, 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 do. When you get to the top, you want the left foot on top. That was bad. It's not my finest material. It's all right. We'll make do, right? Halfway lift here.
Oh, and then fold. Press into your left foot. Sneak your right leg back behind you and pause in your whatever this is. This is standing split. Oh, it's gorgeous. Press into your left foot. Extend back through the right one. Oh. And then step it to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge. We made it. And I remembered what it was called. Yeah. Here it is. Nice deep breath in. When you exhale, open, warrior two. From warrior two, straighten your front leg. Trikonasana, reach out and over. Ooh, nice long spine. Feel your ribs draw in toward each other, tailbone toward that back heel. We're gonna windmill it down. Right hand to the floor, and then take it wide. Fingertips open. From here, you're gonna take your back foot, step it to the outside and to the left. Boom, we're here in this really funky side plank, but we got this. Right foot steps behind. I'm sorry, that's your left foot. Left foot steps behind, lift your hips. Oh, the wheels are off. Oh, it doesn't take that long. Okay, shift it forward, right? Left foot's gonna step back in front. Ooh. Plant those left fingertips. Open it up. Half moon. Yes. Work those toes on your right foot. What's going on over there? Is it going bloop? Maybe you can go bloop. Yes. Step it back. Warrior two. And we exhale into reverse warrior. Yes, indeed. Back up through your warrior two and shift into skandasana, right to that back edge of the mat. Maybe the hands come to the floor and you want to just work deeper into it. You get to pick. And then we shift it forward, plant your right hand, sweep your left arm up. Hearty twist. And left hand's gonna windmill down. Inside of that foot, we lizard here. Maybe this time that back knee stays lifted. Maybe there's a cozier thing you wanna do here. Go for cozy. Yes, and step it back. Downward facing dog. Woo. Gorgeous, take your gaze forward. Walk or hop, Uttanasana. Halfway lift and fold. Press the floor away. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. We're gonna do one more little bitty thingy. Let it go. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Again, we walk it back. Last time doing this, I promise, right leg's gonna lift. Knee to nose. And then cross it over and over. Keep walking it forward. This pretty cross, you can make it like as dramatic as you want, or as petite and controlled as you want. To the top of the mat, right foot in front. Bend your knees. Come all the way down to sit. Right shin in front. Inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale and fold. And just breathe here. Sitting bones root back behind you. And then slowly walk your hands underneath. You're going to shift your weight back into your sitting bones and just find a little boat pose here. It doesn't have to be major, right? Feel your chest lift, feel your low back. Pull in and lift up. Yeah. There you go. Gonna cross that right shin in front of the left. Roll over those knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock it forward into your plank. Vinyasa. And reach it up. And pull it back. Oh, okay. Left side, nice and easy, little baby one. Take that left leg, lift it up. And then drag it in. And cross, and cross, and cross. You know where we're going. To the top. We're going to the top. Yes. Left ankle crosses. Sit all the way down, left shin in front. Little tiny hip stretch, or a big major one. Lengthen up and fold. And then slide your hands underneath you. We're going for one more little boat pose here, right? You can grab the backs of your thighs. Feel your chest lift, fingertips reach. One more breath. And then draw your knees into your chest. Come all the way down. Rock a little bit side to side. Take your arms out to the sides. And let your knees drop over to the right. You can take your right hand to your legs, or someone else's legs. If you're practicing with somebody else, why not? Oh God, spin it to the left. You got it. Come back up through the middle. Oh, and take it over to the other side. Can let your head spin over to the right. Oh, let your right shoulder sink in. And then back up through center. Tuck your knees in one more time. And take them wide. Happy baby, if you want it. And then draw those knees in. Stretch your legs out. You can grab that blanket underneath your knees if you want it, or underneath your head. Take a few moments here just to lay out. It feels better to keep your knees bent, your feet flat, and your knees knocking in toward each other. If you want to do a little Supta Baddha Konasana here, you can find what feels comfortable and what feels restful for you, and just settle into it for a few breaths. Just feel yourself relax into the floor. And come back to your breath and just do your best to stay with that. And when your mind wanders, you can just bring it back. No worries. Just find your way back to your breath.
If you'd like to stay here a little longer, that is always an option. If you're ready to come on out, you're going to start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. Welcome subtle movements back. And then draw your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. And press into the strength of your arms and come back up. And find a comfortable seat here for a moment. You can let your eyes slide closed again and just feel yourself settle into the rhythm of your breath and into this posture. And from here, if you'd like, you can press your palms together into Anjali Mudra and take a moment to bow your head, to say thank you to yourself for rolling out your mat and for being here today for you. And I thank you for your patience and your understanding, and may you all have the wisdom to rest when you need it, to take a break when you need it, so you can come back ready and excited to start again. Thank you for being here. I look forward to practicing with you again soon.